What you mean you don't know what I'm reppin'? I'm good in my hood like they call me the blessing. You jacking my side, you gotta come and check in. That's the way it get hectic. Don't make me slide up on you, no electric. Block and hit them like it's Tetris. You felt the way and all you do is text and listen.
Stand up. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay, run it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like this.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Eagles take over first down here at their own 18-yard line.
Swift to start the drive. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
First down, Eagles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch there.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now 2nd and 9. Play action. Here's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this off to Swift. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Toward the pylon, caught! Touchdown! Quez Watkins with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. Now they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. And then he stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
And he'll get this to the 32. The Seahawks at 11-2 now. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
2nd down, here's Charbonnet. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. You look at this Eagle defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing now is Gino. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Walker. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. A shotgun snap for Smith. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
York able to send this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives, and they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Hurts changing up the play. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. His short throw caught by Goddard. So the completion good for 6 yards. And 3rd and 1 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. Now they'll audible to something else. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Throwing on second and long. Hurts. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
At the 4-yard line.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Swift fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard. That's all down to the 2. 2 runs in a row, only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a third and goal situation. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on third and goal. Hurts. That's to his running back, Gainwell. Touchdown, Eagles! Kenneth Gainwell. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Geno down to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Smith. Throw out wide is incomplete.
No receivers open, so he was forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Geno. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Cade York on now for the field goal. This one from 35 yards away. York able to send this one through. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Dwayne Eskridge. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks. Well, they had their chances in the 1st half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein. Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one too low. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Fighting through, and he's got space. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well, as they ate up the blockers in front, allowed the secondary to get home.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him, because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on fourth. Rager, the man in motion. They're going on fourth down with Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
And now Smith going to change the play. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 39 that time.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
Here's Walker. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. Walker once more, and he's going to lose yardage again as he is stuck behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they're going to get it. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. York able to send this one through, and they take a 17-14 lead. That's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back and forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Already ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they try to go. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
Rolling to his right. Pass incomplete.
Well, defensively, they have to let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Watkins in motion left. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 41-yard punt, but just another 31 following the run back. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And
he's got it with the 15. It's a big play there from Seattle. 46 yards. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. Honed in on it and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd down and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now it's Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 32 yards. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Smith here, an audible at the line. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Smith's throw caught here by Metcalf. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Eagles' 24-yard line.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Second and 5. Running left is Walker. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd down and 6.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now it's Smith. They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet. Touchdown, Seahawks. Zach Charbonnet, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep. If they close this game out, just a few snaps remaining, they can't relax just yet.
Extra point by York is up and good. These guys will take a 10-point lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Seahawks are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Zach Charbonnet. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. The York on now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Second and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Flush to his right. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Smith going to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Throwing now is Geno. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. York now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
2nd down, here's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be caught front. Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 38 yards. And the Eagles get a bit closer. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
There we go, to the Hey, three on left. Okay, here we go. No ball, no ball.
Throwing now, Smith. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 23. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw